In this video, I'm gonna show you every single step to install something like this into your x570 motherboard. Let's get into it. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Koylin, and I started doing this channel covering World of Warcraft lore, but then now I've branched out, and now I'm doing some tech review, gaming, and we're still gonna do the WoW thing. I just need to finish up school, and I do want to get back to that stuff. So this video isn't something that I normally cover on my channel, but I did want to start getting into a bit more of tech reviews and stuff like that, so here we go. Now, there's a really good chance that you're here because you saw something like this on Amazon and you were wondering, how do I use this in my computer? But you can't find a guide on the internet that will fully explain what you need to do to make this thing operational. Now, I'm not like a super computer guru guy. I just know how to build them and do the basic stuff. But I spent 2 whole days trying to figure out how to get this thing into your computer and then what you need to do in order to make it work. And now I finally figured it out, and I know what you have to do in the BIOS to make everything work. And I want to share all this information with you so that you don't have to spend a lot of time researching it on your own. But first, before we get into this tutorial, we got to talk about what this is exactly. Well, this is the ASUS Hyper M.2 Gen 4 card. And what does that mean exactly? Well, so glad you asked. Back in the day, what we used to store information on were hard drives. These are spinning disk hard drives, and they're relatively cheap these days depending on how much storage space you're buying, and they're great just for packing on a lot of information. The only bad thing is, they're not that fast. Then after a while, we moved on to these. These are solid state drives, and they move a lot faster than these. But now we've moved on to something even faster. And that is the m.2 nvme solid state drives. Basically, they look like a stick of gum. And a lot of motherboards are coming out with slots that you can directly put these into, and they are incredibly fast. For those of you who are not computer savvy, let's just break this down as if you were running in miles per hour. This would run at about 150 miles per hour. This runs at about 500 miles per hour, and an m.2 NVMe solid state drive can run around 3,000 miles per hour or faster. Now, there is a difference between the Gen 3 and the Gen 4. The Gen 3 obviously runs a little bit slower than the Gen 4, so Gen 4 is the up-and-coming new thing. And then we're moving on to Gen 5, but that's a whole nother subject. Anyways, this card here can hold 4 of those little sticks of gum. And not just the Gen 3, they can support the Gen 4, so they can run really, really fast. Hey guys, Future Editing Koylin here. I forgot to mention that if you wanted to replicate this process, I've provided Amazon links to every single product that I'm using here. So if you wanted to pick up an ASUS Riser card for your NVMe drives, maybe even pick up an ASUS Strix x570 motherboard, or even the Sabrent 1TB Gen 4 NVMe M.2 cards, you can do that. If you use the links down below, it directly helps the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. So go ahead and check those out, and let's get back to the video. But the main thing we're talking about today is how you make this work with an x570 motherboard. And to understand that, we need to talk about lanes. Basically, to simplify it, your CPU and your motherboard talk to each other via these specific lanes. Now, your motherboard may have multiple PCI Express ports, which are those long slots that you can put things inside of like a graphics card. Normally, you'd put your graphics card in the first PCI Express slot. In regards to the x570 motherboard, 16 of those lanes are gonna go from your CPU down to that first PCI Express slot. Which begs the question, where do you put this thing? Well, it really depends on what you're doing. If you wanted to have all 4 NVMe slots working at the same time, you would have to put this in the first PCI Express slot. The reason why is because each NVMe drive takes 4 lanes to run. So 16 divided by 4 equals 4, which means you would have the proper lanes to run all 4 NVMe drives. But that means that your graphics card would have to go in the lower PCI Express slot, which runs through the chipset and then to the CPU, which means that your graphics would be throttled. And if you're a gamer or you're a VFX compositor, you really don't want that being throttled at all. So if putting this in your first PCI Express slot is out of the question, then where do you put it? Well, you only fill this with 2 NVMe's and you put it in the second slot. And I'll explain why. When you look at my graphics card with nothing in the second PCI Express slot, you can tell that there's 16 lanes being allocated to my graphics card, which is in the first slot. But the moment I put this in, something crazy is gonna happen. But first, let's get this all set up. Now, I'm not gonna go through a whole tutorial on how to install NVMe's onto a riser card. You can look that up on YouTube. There's plenty of videos on how to do it. But if you do go with this card, don't do it like this. Put the first 2 cards in the first slot and the second slot, which are these ones. Now, once this card is installed in the second PCI Express slot, if you look at the information now, only 8 lanes are being allocated towards my graphics card. This isn't a problem. You only lose about 1 to 2% of performance from your graphics card, which isn't really even noticeable. So it's fine, and if you really are freaking out, then maybe this thing isn't for you. Anyways, with this card in the second slot, only 8 lanes are being allocated towards the first slot because it's taken another 8 lanes and allocated towards the second, which basically means that you split the lanes into 8 and 8. Now, once this thing's fully installed with the 2 NVMe's inside of it, if you go to disk management, you'll see that, wait a second. There are 2 drives in there. Why is it only showing 1? Well, that's because you told the computer to allocate 8 lanes to a single device in the second PCI Express slot. Even though that the NVMe only takes 4 lanes to run, it's allocating 8 lanes to 1 drive, even though that there's 2 inside of this thing. So how do we break this up? How do we make it work? Well, when I was doing all of my research and everything, a lot of these PC guru guys were saying that you have to do something called bifurcation, which basically means that you have to split the 8 lanes in the second PCI Express slot into 4 and 4. And then they just left it at that. They didn't explain how to do it or what you need to do. Will it do it automatically? Well, this obviously proves that it doesn't do it automatically. So I figured out that you have to go into the BIOS and you have to switch things around. So from here, you want to restart your computer and hit F2 or delete to get into your BIOS. Now we're going to be covering this from the perspective that you have an ASUS x570 motherboard. If you don't, look for something that's similar to what I'm about to explain right now. Once you're in BIOS, tab over to the Advanced menu. Then go all the way down to the PCIe 16_2 bandwidth bifurcation configuration. That is the second PCIe slot that is holding this. Toggle it from auto mode to PCIe RAID mode. This will enable the bifurcation, which is basically breaking up those 8 lanes into 4 and 4. Once that's done, tab over to the exit and hit Save Changes and Reset. Now, when Windows boots up this time and you go into disk management, you'll notice now that it's not finding only one, but both of the NVMe drives. From here, you can do as you would with any other new drive, make them into 2 independent simple volumes, or you can combine them in something called RAID 0, which is combining them together. And when you do that, like I did, you get some pretty incredible sequential read times. Whew, and that is it. If you're not really a big computer person, I'm sorry if this is like mind exploding for you. But if you're a video editor or a gamer, these things are great to have in your computer because the speed is absolutely amazing. They're really good if you've already used the NVMe slots in your motherboard. Most of them have 2 or 3. Mine has 2, but now I technically have 4 NVMe drives in my computer. Anyways, for those who found this helpful, I hope that this does help you out and that you're not spending a lot of time trying to figure out how to get this thing to work. And for those of you who really don't care about this, I'm sorry, but I had to get this video out because it was bugging me so much that nobody has made a full tutorial on how to put this thing into an x570 motherboard. But anyways, thank you so much for checking this video out, and thank you to the Patreon subscribers for always supporting this channel. Every donation does help to go into making more content and better content and upgrading a lot of stuff to make these productions as professional as possible. If you'd like to help support the channel, then go ahead and check out the Patreon link down below. And for those of you who follow the Tales of Azeroth segment, I will be getting back to that after I finish school in a month. Don't worry, I'm actually kind of excited to get back into it. Anyways, thanks for checking this out, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.